y'all, it's your girl Jasmine Renee. Today I'm going to give you guys a tutorial on how I took some quick stuff and turned it into my Thanksgiving meal. Corona kind of canceled my plans, so here we are, and this is what I did. First things first, you are going to clean your sink. Let's wash our hands. That's number one. You're just going to see me kind of getting it out, getting it prepped. I got my bag here for any little guts or whatever I'm about to clean out. Here I am just opening it up. I got these from Kroger. I think it comes two in a pack. They're like, I don't know, $8 or something like that. I was lucky enough to get them thawed out already. Otherwise, most of the time, actually, they come frozen. So if you get them frozen, you want to just let them sit out until they're completely thawed. I would say, a couple of hours before, or if you can take them out the night before, go ahead and do so. Anywho, so yeah, like I said, I'm just opening them up, getting them prepped to clean, taking them both out. I'm just kind of inspecting what I got here. There's a little bag with the chicken guts or whatever the fuck that is, which is great because I did not want to touch that. So yeah, both of them, I think both of them are going to have it. So we're just going to take those out and put them in the bag, throw it away. So here I am just cleaning out everything. I don't want to see none of that inside. It's a little turkey neck they kept on there. I ripped that right on off. You don't need that. Oh no, I'm gonna rinse that off. Then I got a little butt piece. Yeah, I don't want to see that. Take that off. Rip that out. It's a wrap. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Any little, just clean it off. Y'all know how to clean chicken. Come on. If it's some little, I don't know, feathers on there and get it off, all that is a wrap. Get it off. And wash your hands again because sanitation is key. Throw that shit away. We don't need that. And guess what? We are going to clean the sink again. Yeah, this time I got my bleach because I just put poultry in there. So bleach in my Dawn, scrub, scrub, scrub. I'm gonna also wipe off that little counter area too in a second. Everything that the poultry and everything touched, I'm going to rinse off and clean thoroughly as possible. Okay, so moving on. Well, wine first, always. Now, moving on, we got our hand here. I used about 1.5 sticks of butter, so whatever was left of that, then I got a whole stick there. We're going to pop that in the microwave and get it melted. I'll come back with that. Bow. Okay, I got my little turkey brush, baster brush. Then I got this little, I don't know, little squeeze bottle. I'm gonna fill that up. There's gonna be a can of chicken broth that I have, so I'm gonna open that up, and then I'm gonna pour pretty much as I can in there just to fill it up. That's gonna help me throughout my process. I'm also gonna add a little bit of vinegar. That's just my personal preference. I always cook with vinegar. That's just my thing. Shake, shake, shake. Now I'm gonna baste the Cornish hens with the butter that I melted. It doesn't have to be a lot. You want to just get it on there enough that you'll know that your seasonings are going to stick kind of as much as possible. Of course, some of it's going to cook away, and this also helps with flavor and to keep the added moisture and to help your Cornish hens, which I'm going to keep calling turkeys, but to help them not dry out. Okay, so then I go ahead and I start seasoning. I just, do my own little thing, my everyday stuff, pepper, a little bit of lemon pepper, but I don't know, maybe it had dried out, so I set that to the side. It wasn't working. Parsley, for the looks, garlic powder, onion powder, that kind of thing. You didn't have to go all out. It's just Cornish hen, and also I have a 2-year-old, so I'm not really gonna over season nothing, because I just can't. That's just the thing with the kids. You can't, okay? So yeah, we're just gonna finish up. Then once we have the seasoning, I am gonna rub it around on my little Cornish hen. Like I said, seasoning lightly, but just enough to get it on there and cook. This is me adding a little bit more seasoning because that shit had looked blonde. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't like it. So this is me adding that more seasoning. Then I'm picking up some nuts inside the pan. I'm going to season a little bit inside my little Cornish hen. Like I said, not too much because don't want any overload. My baby cannot eat that. Boom. All right, I'm taking my broth and vinegar mixture, putting that a little bit inside of the hen and around it. Then we're gonna wrap it with that good old foil. Place that motherfucker in the oven. Boom. Moving on. So in between time, this is me prepping for my pies. I got that water ready to boil, wash my potatoes off, and I'm going to set them in the pot. I realized that when y'all see this, the water is not boiling. This is for my own personal good because, listen, I will mess around and forget. So I just did what I had to do. Moving on, right along. Yes, ma'am. Okay. We're going on to our baked beans. So here's the regular Bush's baked beans. I think these were the kind that had the the little bacon pieces in there. I'm gonna spruce them up. Yes, that is ketchup. Yes, that is Sweet Baby Ray's, and yes, those are the canned yams that we will use later. I also had cut up some onions on the side, so pop those in there. Put a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder in there, and those are just always go-to seasonings. Helps it to not be bland. That's just my thing. Like I said, the ketchup thing was real. Ketchup kind of gives it, I don't know, it just cuts the taste. So this is a thing. This is my mama's recipe. I mean, y'all can leave it out. Okay, then I got my barbecue sauce and a little bit of syrup. That's a personal thing. I don't know. I like that. Here is me adding the diabetes, the brown sugar. I'm going to fold all of this in until I don't know, you just want the sugar to dissolve. You don't want to see none of the ingredients. It should be a nice dark color. You're going to see my pan kind of take on a darker color. That's just what it looks like. That's how I know that the brown sugar and everything's taking effect. This is me tasting. Yes, that's me sticking the spoon in my mouth and putting it back in the pan. This is my house. So, yeah, me and my baby, we are eating. This is what's going on. We're folding. That has occurred. Same old with the next steps. We're going to go ahead and get our foil out, get that covered, and then plop it in the oven. All right, so these are our yams that we seen in the can earlier. I am just cutting thin strips of butter, kind of putting them where I can in between. When I set this in the oven, because I'm just going to set it up how I want it, set it in the oven, and then it's going to cook. So we're going to add our cinnamon and nutmeg on top. Not too much nutmeg. I can't really tell y'all no measurements because I just cook to taste. This is me adding the diabetes, the brown sugar. That is a must. You need that. And then boom, for our final production, here is the marshmallows. The marshmallows are going to melt. That's going to add a nice sweet taste to it as well. That's pretty much all there is to it. Cover that. And again, stick that in the oven. Moving on to our major player. This is the macaroni. Okay, so then we're going to add butter, egg, the little Velveeta packets that come in there. But here I am sprucing it up. I got me some sharp cheddar. So I'm gonna, by the end of it, that whole thing of sharp cheddar is gonna be in there. I cut off about a quarter of the cream cheese. I'm not wanting the cream cheese to exactly melt all the way right now. So when I mix it up, it's gonna be like mashed up and kind of give you a cream cheese surprise in the macaroni and cheese. So we're gonna fold all this together, then add a little bit more of our sharp as we go. Once that's done, I've got a Colby Jack blend that I'm putting on top to coat it so that that's gonna melt on top. we're doing that, making sure that it's evenly coated. You know, you're going to stick that in the oven. Boom. So this is the pies. Make sure that you peel your potatoes while they're hot. I'm putting this in writing and saying it. Everything has to be done while these potatoes are hot. And this is a recipe for 2 pies. So I'm adding 2 sticks of butter. I'm going to put some egg in there. So 1 egg per pie. Diabetes, gotta have the brown sugar. Then we're going to put some white sugar in there also. Not too much. Brown sugar is just my thing. I just prefer that. Then we're going to put in some evaporated milk, aka pet milk. Not all at once, you know, kind of fold that in there as you go. And here we have a Brie in her natural habitat, sliding on by with her Cheeto on, hair out. And then you'll get a glimpse of the baby, pregnant Brie. All right, y'all, bust out that vanilla. Put that in there. Need that. All right. This is the nutmeg and the cinnamon once more. Back again. Don't overdo it with the nutmeg. You're going to need some baking flour. Again, that's what it's supposed to look like. Can't tell y'all no measurements. You want to mix it up with a fork, not a spoon. You want it to be thick, but not lumpy. Yes, taste test. More diabetes. Yay. Boom. Pop those in the oven. That's what it's supposed to come out and look like. I baked it for about 40 minutes to an hour. Just up to you about the brownness of your crust. But again, guys, this was my Thanksgiving meal. Hope you enjoyed.
Bitches be having me so fucked up.